coming to you live here from the SKD Sports Complex, and this broadcast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia. Today happens to be the kickoff of the first day of the quarterfinals of the National County Sports Meet, and my name is Anthony Kokoye. I'm here alongside my colleague Nathaniel Tukpa, who will be with me in the commentary booth as we'll ride you along during the quarterfinal matches. Good afternoon, Nathaniel. Welcome.
Thank you, Anthony. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Now, tell us, earlier today we were outside the stadium. We saw people pouring in, their numbers coming in, and we've seen that the stadium is getting packed gradually because we're going to the main action. Tell us about your impression so far since the start of the day.
You know, obviously, the county sports meet still stands to be credited as the most followed sporting event, and the credit the prestige and the importance that the people of Liberia attach to is something that is very important. And looking at how the first two kickoff matches went, the reaction from the fans, I can tell you for sure that we're going to have a kind of very peaceful environment or atmosphere today at the Samuel Kaido Sports Complex.
Obviously, I mean, it has been peaceful from the start of the game. And as we speak at the moment, the teams are now marching onto the pitch. Montserrado up against Nimba FC in the first football quarter-final match. And as a matter of fact, in the first kickoff match, Lofa progressed to the semi-final after a 2-0 win over Bombing County. And Nimba County, Nathaniel, earlier on today when you asked me, I told you I said Nimba was going to progress to the semi-final.
Yeah, and that prediction actually came to pass. So, yeah, but for the football match, it's a toss-up. It's unpredictable as it stands.
Yeah, it's very much unpredictable. And at the moment, as you can see on your screens, the players are now standing up for the lineup as the team play in the background. And it's Montserrado up against Nimba that's Nimba FC in the first football quarter-final match of the 2020-2021 National County Sports Meet. And as a matter of fact, Montserrado County finished as group winners in Group A, while Nimba County finished as the runners-up in Group C against Sando County, who finished as group winners of that group there in Sando. Sando was one of the host counties. So right now, as you can see on your screens, those are players from Nimba County wearing their red jackets. After that, those jackets will be removed, and then we'll go to the pitch where they will be going up against Lofa County, the most talked about county when it comes to the county meet, last edition and this edition. Nathaniel, do you agree with me?
Obviously, when it comes to publicity, you know, the branding, I think if Lofa was like, if some of the club teams in Liberia can just buy the idea from Lofa, I think they're going to be a wonderful club.
Yeah, obviously, because the publicity is huge. You have people voluntarily working towards the contribution of the team. I mean, anyway, it's a political tournament, so you will have people supporting their counties.
Sure.
I mean, it's obvious. So again, this is KMTV, and we live here at the Samuel Kaido Sports Complex, and this is the 2020-2021 National County Sports Meet. This broadcast is proudly being sponsored by Orange Liberia, the #1 GSM company in Liberia, making sure that KMTV bring you all of the actions as they unfold here at the SKD. So we are now going to go to the match formalities, where you have officials from the Ministry of Youth and Sports, officials of the Nimba County Sports Steering Committee, and other officials of government are all now shaking the hands of players or greeting the players before the kickoff of the match. And we have been told that the Chief Patron of Sports, His Excellency President George Weah, is also expected to come to the SKD here to watch these games. Earlier on today, I saw some officers of the Executive Protective Service out there making sure that they put things into place before the arrival of the Chief Patron of Sports. So again, this is KMTV. My name is Anthony Kokoye, alongside my colleague Nathaniel Tukpa, my co-commentator. Together we're going to be bringing you live commentaries here at the SKD.
It's brothers and sisters. Please. And I know that we will take a lot of national honor. And I know that national anthem will go to the national peace. And so we are there. And every commissioner will come back to ceremony. We are set. We have brought national outline.
Where we will clearly bring people from our captives to the United
aside our differences and focus on peace.
Thank you so very much. And we'll also hear from the captain as well of Nimba.
Yes, you want to hear it?
Thank you so much. And then we thank you, our president, to turn over to you, our peace marshal, as we go on the prayer. This is a reminder to you that as you learn to pray for your peace, you are not just praying, but you pray for these those that you need to promote peace, reconciliation, social cohesion, and unity. But then my prayer for you, that's my prayer.
And the symbol of peace is being demonstration of faith. And while
Thank you. May peace continue to prevail.
bring the Lord, bring the fire, and possible things, and personal peace, and goals, and somehow that keep the vision, and that goes, and keep the thinking. Montserrado, yeah! We must take the level up! Ladies and
All right, hello and welcome once again. We are up and running. This is the first football quarterfinal match of the 2020-2021 National County Sports Meet. My name is Anthony Kugwe alongside my co-commentator Natana Tukba, and together we're going to be bringing you live commentary from the Summer County Sports Complex here. And it's Montserrado up against Nimba County, and between the goalposts for Montserrado County we have Andrew Yanti, Ria Emmanuel number 6, Joseph Cuddy number 3, Ayita Yangbe number 19, Romeo Jackson number 4, Isaac Mack number 16, Jimmy Creighton number 5, James Utland number 12, Musa Jabate number 10, Alo Brown number 21, and Leo Wallard number 7. On the substitution bench we have Abraham Duku, Jensen Joshua, Dennis Roosevelt, Saki Oliver, Joe Codford, and his head coach is Cody Cover. And this all important match has been officiated by one of the youngest referees in the Labrador Football Referees Association, Mohamed Bad, and he's been ably assisted by Benedict Torwallon as assistant referee number 1, Cody Besa assistant referee number 2, and Abraham Kamara for official. Now Tana Tuba, can go ahead and read the lineup of Nimba County.
Thank you so much. So Nimba County still maintain the lineup used in the last group stage match against River J County in a match that ended goalless. And still have the captain junior unit between the sticks there, Pascal Harris, who was awarded best defender in the last county edition, is there. Also in the defense, Natus Soen Snowwigi, Elijah Sibo. And also have in the midfield the collaboration of Devantio, Josiah C, and Mickey Doki. And in the attack, Ezekiel Tamba, Randy Dukley, and John Colley are there in the attack for Nimba County. For the sub, you have the former Bon County goalkeeper James Nebe, Rufus Crusoe, Christopher Sebe, Avi McGill. You also have Michelle Bestman, and the coach Emmanuel Keke is here for the first time as he take Nimba to the quarterfinals of the 2020-21 National County Sports Meet.
Many thanks, Natana Tukba. And wherever you're watching us from, we'd like to say many thanks to you for joining our broadcast earlier on today. Lofa and Nimba County progress to the semi-finals of the kickball category in the National County Sports Meet. So here we are now with the football category, with Group A winners Montserrado County up against Group C runners-up Nimba County in this all-important match. And this stadium is not yet packed, as you may expect during the quarter-final stage of the National County Sports Meet, with two top counties, talking about Nimba and Montserrado, playing here. Perhaps it could get jam more than this, as the second game is expected to kick off by 6 p.m. So my name is Anthony Kokwe. I'm here alongside Natana Chokwa in this all-important match between Montserrado and Nimba County. Nimba now in possession is being cleared of their half. This player wearing just number 21 try to bring it under control, but possession has been gained by Montserrado County. Jimmy Creighton back to his defense. A long ball there. Isaac Mack was brought down. And referee Mohamed Ba said that was a foul against Nimba County. Just the start of this game. A little over 3 minutes have gone, and we aren't yet into the real action part. Perhaps until someone can get the match opener, then we start to see the two teams fighting to ensure that they get all 3 points to progress to the semi-finals of this all-important tournament. So Montserrado will take this free kick from their own half. Mac tried to find his teammate, but that was too hard. Musa Jabata pressing on. But possession has been gained by Nimba County. Goes out for a throw. Montserrado County in possession. Jimmy Creighton sent through a long ball. Montserrado County in the half of Nimba. Montserrado, a cross goes in. It's been brought down. Jimmy Creighton. Stay in the half of Nimba County. Clear. Now Nimba in possession. That was a great opportunity for Montserrado County. Not Leo Wilson managed his way through the half. Now Nimba County on the attack. And that player is being brought down. It's a foul. Now just before that Nimba County attack, we saw Leo Wilson of Montserrado County making his way through the half of Nimba, sent in that cross. The goalkeeper just couldn't control it, and defenders kept fighting over it until they managed to clear their goal lines.
I think it was a good opportunity for Montserrado to have gotten a lead in the early minutes of this match. And one thing the Nimba County defense I just saw them is that they're kind of shaking in the defense. You saw the clearance was not just a kind of superb one for them. So I think they have to be a little careful, and this is a very crucial match.
Of course, they have to be very careful, because any mistake at any time could result to a goal, and it will take you time to level things up before you start to fight in taking the lead. So both teams will have to be very careful. Now it's a free kick for Nimba County. Pascal Harris sends through. Whoa, that was a brilliant save.
It was a good delivery. You know, Devantia who took that kick is a kind of good set pick taker, and I think the goalkeeper Yanti has to be careful every time that there is a foul committed around the 18-yard box, because I saw him take 3 of the free kicks in the group stages, though he did not score, but his set pieces are always kind of terrible for any goalkeeper.
Yep, that was one of the terrible ones we just saw. But goalkeeper Andrew Yanti, he's also one of the outstanding goalkeepers in this tournament. I remember back in 2016 when Montserrado County won it, I mean, he was very much exceptional. Sorry, I'm missing things out here. I thought it was a Nimba County goalkeeper. So Nimba County have a throw in the half of Montserrado. And the long throw goes in there, but it's been easily brought down by the goalkeeper, who sends the ball outfield. Ala Brown finds his teammate. Back to Ala Brown. Ala Brown sends in the long ball, but it was deflected. Nimba counter defense. I mean, this is the second time we see ball dropping the half of Nimba, and then the defender continue to struggle to play it out.
That shows that if you see the entire attack of Montserrado, kind of very terrible attack that Montserrado has, and the defender have to find it so difficult to stop some of those attacks, especially with the likes of Ala Brown there in the attack. Is a kind of terrible attack. Dreadful one indeed.
That was not too close, but a great chance to make things happen to get to at least hit a target. Divantier. Now you were inside during the group stage. I mean, tell us about Divantier, because we're going a little over 7 minutes. Divantier is the one taking the ball off for Nimba County.
He's a kind of exceptional player, despite his age being a kind of a young player. He's very exceptional. During the last game for Nimba County against River G, in the first 15 minutes of the game, he was the only player in the match for both Nimba and River G sides to have made an attempt on the goal 3 times before any player in that match could start making an attempt. Though he had not scored in the league, but his output is very impressive.
Yeah, very much impressive. Just from a little over 5 to 6 minutes we've seen here, he has been the one taking the ball through for Nimba County. Musa Jabata of Montserrado County putting up a chase, but it's been brought down easily by Nimba County defense. And that ball goes out for 2 to Montserrado County. Randy Dukley didn't give a good pass, so now Montserrado in possession. A long ball intended for Bill Wilson. Bill Wilson in the half of Nimba County. Bill Wilson, let's see what he can do with this. Bill try to find his teammate, but another poor pass. Jimmy Creighton. A brilliant left foot strike there from Jimmy Creighton, but not on target. Still goalless yet. A little over 9 minutes have been played, and this is the first football match in the quarterfinals of the 2020-2021 National County Sports Meet. And this is KMTV. We live via the SKD. And that player was brought down. Referee Mohamed Ba was just a few meters away, but didn't sound his whistle. Play continues. Bill Wilson being brought down, and now he sounds his whistle for a foul. So it's a free kick for Montserrado County. And Jimmy Creighton is on top of this, hoping to take this free kick. Send a through ball, but no one was close to it. Now Nimba County in possession. Elijah sends a long ball in the center half. This player trying to find Divantier, but Divantier was hitting the process, and referee Baz sounds his whistle for a foul. So wherever you're watching us from, we'd like to say many thanks to you for joining our broadcast. And of course, we are doing all we can to make sure that we bring you the best. We may not have all of what you expect, but we just can't do or go above our best. So we're doing all we can to make sure that we bring you the actions live here from the SKD and give you what we have available, because we just can't go beyond what we just don't have or can't reach. So as a matter of fact, we appreciate all of the feedbacks, because it is through these feedbacks that we continue to work to make things better. And many thanks to our partner Orange Liberia, the biggest GSM company, for making sure that we bring you this game, these games in the National County Sports Meet live on your screens. Leo Wilson from Montserrado County has been headed away by Nimba County. Ball down on control. Nimba County stay in possession. Boys in the half of Nimba. Elijah Simpson Luke. That's a long ball, but it's being put out for throw.
So we are still here at the Samuel Canada Sports Complex, bringing you the demonstration. Montserrado have an opportunity to take a throw in here. Try to find Ala Brown. He lost his hit now. Elijah Sibo. And to Pascal Harris, stay in their own half. Nimba County, a long one from Pascal. Looks for the head of John Colley. Colley posted on control in the central midfield now. A long one. Rennie Dukley is onside. Could be a chance for Nimba County to get across here for Ezekiel Tamba. He posted on control, but the flag is up against Tamba. I think that was a little piece of chance for them. Dukley had an opportunity. There was a little paved way for him to have just driven through. Only had one defender ahead of him. I tried to connect Tamba, and Tamba was already standing offside. Montserrado once again looking for an attack. Miki Doki now for Nimba County is brought down by James Otler, and there's a free kick. Mohammed Bad given that to Doki. A very crucial match between both counties. The first time Montserrado and Nimba face off in the county meet in the last 2 years. The last time both counties met was in December of 2018 at the Nimba County Stadium in Sanikuli. That was the last match for both counties in our group at the time, and the match ended goalless. In 2016, they also faced off in Sanikoli in another match that ended goalless. A free kick here for Nimba County, and Devantier is dead. And the fans of Nimba County looking to see what Devan could have to do with this one. He lifts it, and this could be a chance. Josiah C is there, and it's a goal. It's a goal. Yes, it's a goal. Josiah C has opened the scoreline for Nimba County, and he has become the only player that has scored for Nimba. 50 minutes into play, and Nimba County go in front with that beautiful one-goal lead for Josiah C, and that was a little clearer delivery from Devantier, and Nimba County now separated from Montserrado with a beautiful one goal, and thanks to Josiah C. You saw that goal from Josiah C.
Yeah, a beautiful goal, and I mean, like we already said, the two teams had to be careful with their defense in making sure that they get these balls under control, and now it was Montserrado County who made that mistake, and now they are suffering the consequences of that mistake by going down by a goal to nil. And I mean, Josiah C, I mean, that was a beautiful goal, and of course, like you said, the only player to score for Nimba County in the group stage. This is the name that many people who follow your commentary listen to throughout. Josiah C. And earlier on today in this game, we didn't see that much from him in the first 5 to 10 minutes, but now he has introduced himself with that beautiful goal.
Josiah C just introduced himself with that wonderful opener for Nimba County. 16 minutes now into first half of play, and Nimba County remains separated with that beautiful Josiah C delivery. I think that was a piece of mistake from the goalkeeper Yanti. He just wasted a little time, and Josiah C just corrected that with a goal, putting Nimba in front here at the Samuel Canada Sports Complex. The first quarterfinals matched in the 25th edition of the National County Sports Meet. Montserrado tried to have a response here, and Nimba County, Josiah C again. Onto Snowigi. See, the flag is up. Nimba County have possession of it now, and the head coach Emmanuel Keke Still there on the line, giving more instruction to the boys. But Tony, I think this is a very crucial match. One goal not just sufficient, though it's always good to be ahead.
Yeah, it's always good to be ahead, and one may say it's very early that we just gone a little over 17 minutes into the first half and Nimba already got the lead. Yeah, it is too early, but I mean, we have watched several football games where teams go ahead to score in the first 5, 6, 10 minutes, and then at the end of the day, sometimes that one goal remains the ultimate decider of the game. Or sometimes we found out that the other team come on to equalize, or perhaps the team who got the opener went on to increase their goal tally. So I mean, we can tell at the moment what's going to happen into this game, but at the moment is Nimba County that are up in front, and they are in a better position for now.
So one goal separate Nimba from Montserrado, and that's a very tough match. Montserrado tried to get an equalizer. Mohammed, that's Musa Jabate. It was too hard for Leo to have gotten hold of it. The fans have gone wild here. And Josiah C scoring his second goal of the tournament, and the second goal for Nimba County into this year's National County Sports Meet. And it's obvious that Nimba is going to be very excited about that. A free kick right on the halfway line for Nimba County. Devantier again goes there. It just created that chance to see Josiah C getting the opener. He takes another delivery here. It's been headed away. Still there. Josiah C again. C. The referee say please continue. Though C is down. 9.5 for Montserrado County. Joseph Colley. And the referee Mohammed Ba has been forced to bring the match to a standstill so that there could be a way that the medics can give some attention to the goal scorer. Nearly 20 minutes into first half, Nimba County still have something to show. That is a one goal ahead of Montserrado. But I think the Nimba and that of Montserrado have been considered as the big features in the National County Sports Meet, and they are the two most populous counties in Liberia. And looking at the tenure now at the stadium, what's your take on that, Anthony?
Well, I think there are still a huge number of people out there who are trying to make their way. It's a weekend. Other people may have gone to other businesses, but gradually the place is getting packed because sometimes you have people entering. Like the side we are sitting, although the camera hasn't focused on that side, but in front of us or below us is packed as compared to the side that is opposite us. So gradually those places are getting packed, and I mean the second game is Lofat, the most publicized team. So who knows? By the second game time, 6 p.m. we could see this entire stadium filled to capacity, where you're talking about over 35,000 or perhaps 35,000. So I'm quite sure there are still a huge number of people out there standing in line to make sure that they come in, because you know there are also procedures on the queue on your way in. You have to go through all of those procedures, so there may be a little delay in making sure that they get the fans on here to the field. But as it stands, it's Nimba County that are up 1-0 up against Montserrado County, Group A winners, and Group C runners-up. Nimba County are in the lead. Coach Emmanuel Keke is in a better position at the moment against one of his own men, Cody Cover, the coach of Nimba Kwado in the first division. So a little over 20 minutes have already been played. Nimba County in the lead. And I mean, this is football. Anything could happen anytime. Nimba could increase their lead. Montserrado could level things up. So we are still here watching. And it's a free kick for Montserrado County in their own half. Not much has been seen from Musa Jabate of Montserrado County, the ball carrier who is always threatening his opponent's defense to make sure that he can get those crosses into his cracker, Ala Brown. And Ala Brown as well, since the opening game where he scored a brace, not much has been heard about him after scoring a brace in the opening. there was a protest filed by Maryland County against his nationality, and the protest committee of the National County Sports Meet went on to rule in Montserrado's favor. So Alec Brown has the county meet to enjoy as he holds a Liberian passport, and he is a Liberian. So at the moment, it's Nimba up 1-0 against Montserrado County. A free kick for Nimba County. Josiah C with the opening goal. And the long ball goes in there. This player tries to send a crossing. Can he do? And it's been cleared. A throw for Nimba County on the far right. So again, wherever you're watching us from, we'd like to say many thanks to you for following our broadcast. This is KMTV, Liberia's #1 online television station. And this broadcast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia, the #1 GSM company. So now it's a corner for Nimba County. Tivantia is going to take that corner kick for Nimba. The corner kick goes in. It was headed away, but still in the half of Montserrado County. Nimba in possession. That was not a good play by Nimba defense. Timmy Creighton for Montserrado County brought down. Referee Mohamed Ba sounds his whistle for a foul. Montserrado in possession as a mark back to his teammate in the half of Nimba. A long cross goes in, intended for Alec Brown. Alec Brown has it, but it travels over the crossbar. Nimba County enjoying the movement so far. A brilliant play there by John Colley, who tried to eventually send in a cross, but it was deflected. So it's a free kick for Montserrado County in their own half. The cross goes in. Intended for Jimmy Creighton, but it's been tackled by two Nimba defenders. Now a long ball. For Ezekiel Tamba. Has been brought under control by Montserrado County. A poor kick there by the goalkeeper, Andrew Yanti. So Nimba County now in possession. Tivantia. Oh, that was a good play by him in making sure that he maintains the ball, but in the end he gave a wrong pass. But the boys stay in the half of Montserrado County. Now Musa Jabata in possession. Connects his teammate. A long cross intended for Alec Brown. Alec Brown is onside. Alec Brown, and he scores! Alec Brown, what a beautiful goal! It's now on level here at the Summertown Sports Complex. Alec Brown re-announcing himself since scoring a brace in the opening of the National County Sports Meet. Alec Brown, Natana Teba, you saw that goal after he had the defender battle over it. He was very much relaxed, took his time, hit the defender, went to the goalkeeper, took his time, and also dipped in that ball that went through the back of the net very easy.
And that was just a genius finish from Alec Brown. It's always better for experienced goal scorers like Alec Brown. I think that's not strange to him, but at the moment I think he deserves to be given a serious credit for that kind of wonderful finish right here at the SKD to bring it back level. But I think there's a similar thing that happened during the opening match of the county meet when Maryland County went ahead and Montserrado pulled it back and then got a 3-1 win. So we're still waiting to see what it's going to be like. 2 goals so far in the first half and 1 to each side.
What a class there by Alec Brown. Now it's game on here at the SKD. And this match is getting more tense, more competitive as time goes back. A little over 25 minutes have so far been played. What a goal scored by Ala Brown. A brilliant goal there, very relaxed, took his time, beat the defender. And when goalkeeper came in, tried to make his way to stop that ball from going, Ala Brown would just relax, dip that ball for the goalkeeper, giving him no chance at all. So it's game on here. Montserrado counted 1, Nimba counted 1. A long cross from Montserrado goes in, intended for Jimmy Creighton, but it's being headed away, and a shot goes in, a poor one there. Montserrado 1, Nimba counted 1. Ala Brown re-announcing himself since he scored a brace in the opening match of this all-important tournament. Jimmy Creighton from Montserrado County, connect his teammate. Jimmy Creighton stay in possession, finds Musa Jabatet. Montserrado County, Jabatet went down. Referee Mohamed Baze, play continues. Nimba in possession, and that was a foul. The center half is gradually being taken over by Montserrado County. Jimmy Creighton, and as a mark of Montserrado County, they both have started dominating the middle, and we saw that's where the pass or the assist for the goal came from. What do you think is going wrong with Nimba County's midfield?
I think that the experience is what happened now, because the Nimba County team is a very young team, and almost all of those players playing the middle for Nimba County is their first county experienced, and most especially a first time playing here at the national stadium. So sometimes there can be some phobia, and so sometimes the experience have to play a lot, and so far I think that is it. But when it comes to the attack of Montserrado County, I think that the defense of Nimba County have to just close up gap for Ala Brown, because whenever he sees a space, he always try to put something in there, and that's exactly what he just did to get that equalizer for Montserrado County.
Obviously they have to work on that, because if they don't build that self-confidence within themselves to tackle Montserrado from the midfield, those balls will keep coming from the midfield, going onto the flanks to Musa Jabate and Jimmy Creighton, and eventually end up in front of Ala Brown, that you have to struggle a lot to maintain, or else he's going to keep scoring here. So stay 1-1 here at the SKD. And to our many viewers, we do sincerely apologize that we cannot bring you replays today due to some technical problems that are being worked on. Hopefully in the next match, or perhaps in the second round of quarterfinal matches on Sunday, which is tomorrow, we'll bring you Jimmy Creighton in the offside position. We will bring you those replays, but at the moment we just can't, because we are faced with some technical problems, and as you are aware, all of what we're using here are all technology equipment, so sometimes just come up with some problems suddenly that you have to work on, which we did work on before the game, but just couldn't find a solution, and we stayed working towards finding a solution. So we do sincerely apologize that we cannot bring you replay, but at least we can bring you the actions as they unfold here at the SKD. My name is Anthony Kukwe, alongside my colleague Natana Tukwa. A long ball. This player, when Nimba County goes, he was hit, but referee said that was in the foul. Tried to take a long shot from outside the 18-yard box, but he was tackled by the defender. So, that was a collusion there, but referee didn't sound his whistle, and that player is now on the ground for Nimba County. Coach Emmanuel Keke talking to one of his players there. I mean, I'm quite sure it's the midfield. They have to compose themselves better, because once Montserrado take control of that end of the field, obviously you're going to have all of the balls pouring into their forwards and eventually end up in front of their striker, Alon Brown. So they ought to do better in the center half to make sure that they do things rightly in the middle of the pack. And this player of Nimba County has been escorted out of the pitch by medics after he was hit. And the flag goes up against Alon Brown. Nimba County have to be very careful with Alon Brown. Musa Jabate on the move. Musa Jabate beats the defender. Is still moving. Alon Brown is ahead. Alon Brown, can he score? Oh! Alon Brown arriving very late for that cross from Musa Jabate. Nathaniel, you saw that cross coming in from Musa Jabate. Alon Brown anticipated it, but not too well. And then at the end of the day, he was late on it.
It was actually a brilliant cross coming in from the left flank from Musa Jabate. I think Alon Brown just needed a little bit of relaxation because he was almost turning empty. So, but he just had a little rush, and I think that's exactly what happened. However, it was a wonderful touch, though his expectation wasn't actually met.
Great. I mean, that could have been goal number 2 for Montserrado County. Musa Jabate with a very good pace, cleverly beating that defender, eventually made his way through and managed to send in that cross. But at the end of the day, Alon Brown arrived late, so he just couldn't get his foot rightly on that ball. So it's still 1-1 here, and we just witnessed the arrival of the chief patron of sports, His Excellency President George Weah, sitting in the VIP stands alongside other officials of government, including Youth and Sports Minister D. Zioga Wilson. And earlier on, you saw Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Koji, who is one of those strong backbones behind Lofa County, making sure that they get out of those huge publicity in this all-important National County Sports Meet, the biggest sporting festival in Liberia. So this is KMTV. My name is Anthony Kukwe alongside Natana Chokba. We stay here at the SKD in this first 45 of the first quarterfinal football match of this year's National County Sports Meet. Nimba County got the opener through Divantier, and Alon Brown leveled things up for Montserrado County. So it's 1-1 here at the moment. Nimba County defense and midfield going to sleep a bit. So Montserrado County are utilizing those opportunities to create more chances. So Nimba will have to work on their midfield and defense. And supporters are here in that number. Jimmy Creighton says, try to send a 2-ball to Alon Brown, but was intercepted. James Outland finds his teammate down to Musa Jabate. Jabate stays on it. Jabate, but he found himself between 4 defenders of Nimba, and that ball was won by Nimba County. And now it's a foul. A free kick for and that's the head coach of the Liberia Nationals team. That's the senior football team, Peter James Butler, sitting under the VIP among supporters of the rural counties here to watch this all-important tournament. They have the squad players for the national team. Now, Nimba County in possession. Run the Duple connects his teammate. Josiah C. No, that's Snow Wiggy when he's been tackled. Now, Ala Brown, 2 against 1. Ala Brown sends a long ball to Musa Jabatet. Musa Jabatet traps it, brings it down. Oh, up against Nito Swen. But Nito Swen stood his ground and blocked him. A brilliant tackle there. Nimba County stay in possession. They have Montserrado run the duplicate. Connect his teammate. That's an offside. Yo, where's your 2 ball? But it's been blocked. Now we continue to see Leo Wilson making his way through, receiving the balls from the midfield, sending those straight 2 balls to Ala Brown. I mean, this one could have been goal number 2 as well, but that was a very good block there by that defender from Nimba County.
It was a pretty good piece of defending from Pascal Harris, and you see a lot of goal chances coming in from Montserrado County. So I think if they can just relax themselves, they're going to have more goal produced in this particular match, even before the first 45 can come to a closure.
I mean, Nimba County started on a very good footing and also got the opener eventually, but now they are struggling a little bit as Montserrado County continue to dominate. Musa Jabate trying to send across, finds his teammate at the edge of the box. James Odland tried to shoot, but that ball didn't go on his foot perfectly. Now Nimba County on the move. Wiggy. That player was brought down as a foul. Zike Tamba. Many thanks to you, our thousands of followers from across the globe that continue to follow our broadcast. We do appreciate your time to follow our live broadcast. And we also appreciate your feedback. And like Aria said, we do sincerely apologize that we just can't bring you replays today due to some technical problems that have been worked on. So hopefully in our subsequent news broadcast, did I say news? Yep. I remember often using that when I'm casting the news on the television, when I'm posting the news, so it just came in my mind. Eventually, on our subsequent broadcasts of these games, we are making sure that we bring you the replays from the pitch. So until that time, continue to enjoy what you have on your screen at the moment. Montserrado County up against Nimba County. One of those many matches that promises to be an interesting one. Because you're talking about 2 big counties. Montserrado County, I mean, is everyone's county, where you have everyone from the very ethnic groups. also residing. So if you're following this broadcast, please share it as well. Tell someone to join the broadcast and enjoy all of the actions coming to you live here from the SKD 35,000 sitting capacity stadium, and Ala Brown is being booked for a tackle, and Nimba County has made their first substitution. Mickey
Doki coming on for Christopher Segbe. I think that's a kind of
the one who went in.
Yeah.
So Mickey has been substituted, has been replaced.
trying to get a pass in the midfield. Like you just commented earlier that there was a weakling in the midfield. I think they're trying to strengthen it up there. Christopher Segbe was in the lineup that represented Nimba the grand final last January here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have to bring on someone who is more experienced, or someone who has experience in that part of the field, to make sure that you get things done properly, because we have seen in the last 5 to 10 minutes, Montserrado County has been dominating from the middle, getting all of those through balls to their forwards and eventually to their striker. But Ala Brown has just been unlucky, and he has also been booked for a tackle, so he also needs to be careful as well. And Montserrado County defenders as well are not giving any chance to those top performing players of Nimba County, talking about Randy Dukley, Josiah C. Devantier. Whenever they have the ball, I mean, they are being marked tightly by Montserrado County defense. They either win it or perhaps make sure that they stop that play to give Nimba County a free kick.
Obviously, but free kicks are kind of a little bit terrible. Yeah. You saw the first free kick for Nimba County that came up and resulted into a goal. So I think they have to be careful, especially close range free kick where you have Devantier still in the play. He's a very terrible kid, and his free kicks are always a kind of a brilliant one.
Yeah. While it's true that it's good to mark your opponents to prevent them from getting to your half, but you have to be careful with those set pieces, because anything could result from those dead ball situations. So Montserrado County, on the other hand, will have to be very careful as well.
1 minute at a time.
Yep, 1 minute at a time, and it's being signaled by full official Ibrahim Kamara. So we are just 1 minute away from the close of this first half. Still, Montserrado County won, Nimba County won. Nimba County got the opener to Josiah C, and later on, Montserrado County leveled things up to top striker Ala Brown, his third goal of the tournament. If I'm getting things correct, he's now level on goals with Grenkemon County striker Francis Doe. They both have 3 goals apiece. Head up there, but just too high for Nimba County, trying to take the lead for the second time before going for a break, but that header just traveled way over the crossbar. And there goes the first half whistle by referee Mohamed Ba, bringing this first half to a close here at the SKD. Montserrado County won, Nimba County won. The last 45 minutes of this game promises to be another fascinating one, like we saw in the first half. After Nimba County took the lead, Montserrado County was a bit asleep, but later on woke up and got everything back on course. So it's halftime here at the Samarkando Sports Complex. Montserrado County won, Nimba County won. Nat, I mean, give us your own overview relative to the first half performance.
I think both teams going to the break level is not something surprising, because if you look at the 2 times that Nimba and Montserrado have faced off in the county meet, they have all ended draw. So, but today's game is compulsory that somebody must advance, because this is the quarterfinals, and there must be that team that will advance. But I think there has been a lot of good interchanges, or let's say exchanges from both Nimba and Montserrado in the first period, and I think they have something to hang on to the break. But we hope to see what the last 45 of this match has. Who's going to advance to the semi-final still remain a question, and we think that the answer is just within the last 45.
Obviously, the first 45 is gone. The second 45 now is the most important part of this game that no one just can afford to miss. The last 45, that is. The last 45 is going to tell who's going to progress to the semi-final. Will it be Nimba County or Montserrado County? Not taking the shot, but when we come back, we rumble you through the second and final half of this all-important match. But as it stands, Montserrado County won, Nimba County won.
Don't touch your phone while driving.
The only money thing number 4, anything more you can just get it just like this. And guess what? You must school fee. I see orange money. I see woman. I see anytime I see go up, I have to the down. You and your own power, you're always yes, you're always late. With the orange morning song, eh? Hey, that's me. See that orange money. Orange money, yes, song. Anything what I'm about, right?
Orange money made life simple, simple for my people. Orange money on my sinker, it got me feeling first class. With orange money I can send money to my buying counter. With orange money I can send money to my mind lover. Just that star won't fall for cash. Follow the instruction and do what you want. Just that star won't fall for cash. Follow the instruction and do what you want. If you want pay for LEC, I pay your school fee. Brother, you can use orange money. If you want buy your credit or pay your taxes, sister, you can use orange money. Oh.
Make sure it's there.
And of course, while on our first half break, we have been joined live in our studio by Montserrado County Representative Honorable Thomas Fala. Good afternoon, Representative Fala. Welcome to our studio.
Thank you so much. With pleasure. It's a pleasure being in your studio.
Now, firstly, tell us about the entire county sports meet as the tournament as a whole, promoting peace. During the opening, we saw you and Senator Abraham Darius Dillon after a heated election, hugging each other and cheering Montserrado County to victory. Tell us about your impression about this entire tournament.
No, I'm so impressed, honestly, from the inception of this entire county meet. As you may be aware, rightfully you said it, we had a staunch campaign, and our country was divided a few months ago. 6 months ago, we had serious division in our country politically, because every one of us needed to take our sides. But elections is over. I'm so grateful that right after elections, the county meet pick up. You know, the county meet soccer as a whole, it is a means of unifying the folks. In spite of our political differences, we decided to unify our people once again under the stewardship of His Excellency Ambassador George Weah. Because all we need in our country, universal, globally, peace. Peace first, peace last. Because with peace, all other things follow. With peace, development follow. With peace, education follow. When the country is stable, the economy follow. So we're just grateful that the elections is over. What should have happened has happened. The bigger picture is Liberia, our country. How can we move forward? What can we foster the peace and unity that we all yearning for? As it was demonstrated during the opening of the county meet at ATS, that is what is required of national leaders. If you claim to be a Democrat and believe in democracy, it's something that we all need to celebrate and nurture. Elections is about competition. When the competition is over, it's about moving forward and moving the country forward. So like you said, we embrace our colleague, our friend, the senator. That was a symbol of peace to show to the Liberian people, even the opposition or the imposition, like we call it, we must all know that Liberia is bigger than all of us. It's not about our personal greed or our personal interests. Our personal interests cannot surpass the country interests. So we need to surround ourselves for the sake of peace, moving our country forward. And I just like what we did as a ruling party. You brought the elections over, like my friend said, we're not talking politics, but because you drove me into politics a little bit. I said the other day, the opposition community, this is something that we all need to learn from. Because if the ruling party can accept what went on during the gun elections, and our country is peaceful, you see the atmosphere, people happy, merry-making, enjoying themselves, we hope the opposition will take cue from this. That yes, indeed, our country matters, the peace of our country matters. So I'm just grateful as it has been demonstrated here today. People from the opposition community, His Excellency the President, we are all here. People that voted for, voted against. We are all merry-making, we're jubilating and celebrating our interests in terms of our counties and teams.
Now to the page, talking about Montserrado County performance. Your county finished as group winners of Group A, progressed to the quarterfinal. Now we are into the quarterfinal. First half just ended. You guys went down by a goal to nil and later got the equalizer before the break. Tell us about what do you make of the performance of your county?
I think apparently I won't claim authority when it comes to analyzing the soccer game, but with my limited knowledge, from the beginning of the game, you saw the pattern that was introduced by the both teams, and I realized that going to the conclusion of the first half, Montserrado dominated. Dominated. And what I observed from the Nimba side, yes, the striking force is stronger. Yeah, the guys on speed, the guys on energy, but the defense is lagging as compared to Montserrado that have both. The striking force, the midfield is stronger, even the defense is there to counter and make sure reduce the guys. So if they can just keep that pattern, you can rest assured it's just 3-1. History will be repeated against Maryland. You remember, Maryland took the lead at ATS the last time, and a similar thing will be demonstrated here today. This game, prediction is 3-1.
So that's a
in favor of Montserrado, yes. Yes.
Many thanks.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be in the studio, and let's just keep it civil. Civility in our country, all we want peace. It's all we want, because with peace, our mothers in the market can survive. Our paper writers can survive. The professional can survive. Even you, the journalist, can survive. But when we have insurrection and instability in our country, we will not live, we will not move. So peace first, peace last, peace is all we want. This game is about bringing us together, it's about unifying our country, Let's continue to use this path and deviate from the path of using violence, insurrection, and bringing our country into chaos and chunks. So our friends in the diaspora, we are here enjoying ourselves. Our country is peaceful, our country is stable. We have a peaceful atmosphere. Wish you guys all the best. As you watch us through this meeting, we are happily enjoying ourselves. We'd like to say Happy New Year. Wish all of our friends, our family, a happy and a prosperous New Year, and wish you a prosperous New Year, bro.
Many thanks to you, Representative Fala, for joining us in our broadcast. That's Montserrado County Representative Thomas Fala giving us his own impression about the competition. And of course, peace first, peace last is all we need in Liberia. As sports is the national unifier. Many thanks to you for joining our broadcast, and we hope to bring another person in our studio right after this break. And of course, after talking to an official of Montserrado County, we now have in our studio one of those top officials of Nimba County, of the Sports Steering Committee, who has been there for Nimba County throughout when it comes to the National County Sports Meet and also sports, specifically football as a whole in Liberia. Mr. Flotuma, good afternoon, welcome to KMTV.
Thank you for having me.
Now, tell us about your impression about the National County Sports Meet. This is something that you have been throughout.
Yeah. Our involvement with the county meets goes back 12, 13 years, and we have been where the relationship continue to, we take it to another level. Like our involvement is not limited to Nimba of late. We are one of the official sponsors. I think when you look around, you see the Jungle Water Group. So our relationship with and our association with the county meet is growing, and we're taking it to another level.
Now, what do you make of the turn out here today from Liberians coming out to cheer their counties, Nimbayans to be specific?
I think it's not as last year, maybe because there's a first match. So we hope to see, because the stadium is not packed as compared to last year game. So maybe we think that there's a first game, and hoping that the next game will be better.
Your girls have progressed to the semi-final of the kickball
Sure.
category. Now your boys are level on with goals against Montserrado County ahead of the second half. Tell us, what do you make of the football second half that's coming ahead?
But that's a uniqueness of football. You know, the coach of Montserrado is also the coach of Nimba Quado.
Yeah.
The striker that score on Nimba County is a striker of Quado. So that's the uniqueness of football. So it's unfortunate, but that's what makes the game great. So we are happy. That's it. So we hope to consolidate and come back. We are also showcasing some new talents, you understand, and I think we will be able to squad a lot of players from this league again, maybe to take it to the national league and subsequently to the national team. To the national team.
Now, finally, any words for Liberians relative to maintaining the peace in the country?
Oh, definitely we have to maintain a peace. That's why we are here. We have to maintain a peace. That's why some of the ugly things that happened last year, we put it behind us. We are here. And we hope that we don't encounter some of those ugly incidents from last year, and we definitely we're going to maintain a peace.
Many thanks to you, Mr. Flotuma, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
He's Flotuma, officials of Nimba County, who has been behind the county from going back to a decade, talking about supporting the county team, supporting football, supporting sports when it comes to Nimba County. So we are now back to action on the pitch. Back to action on the pitch in this second and final half of this all-important match between Montserrado and Nimba counties in the first quarter-final match of the 2020-2021 National County Sports Meet. My name is Anthony Kukwe alongside my co-commentator Nathaniel Tokpa, and together we bring you live commentary from here at the SKD. A long cross goes in, but it's been brought down. Referee, that's assistant referee, poses, flare up, shows an offside. So again, wherever you're watching us from, we'd like to say many thanks to you for joining our broadcast. This is KMTV coming to you live from the Samarkand Sports Complex, bringing you all of the actions as they unfold in the quarterfinals of the National County Sports Meet. And of course, it's all about maintaining peace, sports as that all-important unifier, bringing people together from all walks of life. And like you heard, striker Ala Brown, who plays for Montserrado County, plays for Nimba Kwado in the National League. And Nimba Kwado is a Nimba-based team. And the coach of Montserrado County as well is also the coach of Nimba Kwado. So when it comes to the National County Sports Meet, a tricky through ball there, intended for Ezekiel Tamba, but was intercepted. A great interception by that defender from Montserrado County. Nimba County starting the second half like they did with the first half. Hope they maintain it so that you cannot have a repeat of the first half where you take the lead and then the opponent come back from behind to level things up. So at the moment is one apiece between Montserrado and Nimba County. This is KMTV and I'm Anthony Kukwe alongside Nathaniel Tokpa, one of the best sports journalists you can point to in Nimba County. And we are fortunate to have him on board with KMTV. So it's a free kick. So it's a free kick for Nimba County in the half of Montserrado. And Devantia is on top of this. Montserrado County building that defensive wall. This true ball goes in. Nimba County, let's see. This player beating for an handball. But referee Mohamed Ba said is a corner kick. That was a perfect true ball send there. But Wiggy tried to flip that ball, and this defender of Montserrado County went there with his head. And referee says a corner for Nimba County. So Nimba will take this first corner in the second half. That first corner in the second half. Nimba stay in possession in the half of Montserrado County. The ball goes in. This player was hit from the back. The referee didn't sign his whistle. Play continues. A true ball intended for Musa Jabatet. But Nimba County in possession. Another good one there. So for those of you who are just joining us, we'd like to say welcome to our broadcast. This is KMTV. And we do sincerely apologize once again that we cannot bring you replay today due to some technical problems that have been worked on. Musa Jabate tried to break that defender, but the defender was smart enough. And it goes out for a corner kick to Montserrado. Jabate to Jimmy Creighton. Creighton stay in possession. Creighton tried to shoot but was not balanced. Montserrado, Ala Brown, and he scores! Another one from striker Ala Brown. Montserrado County taking the lead for the first time. Montserrado County 2, Nimba County 1. Nat, you saw that.
Brilliant finish indeed again from Ala Brown. He's just again has proved himself as that experienced attacker and that genius goal scorer, and he just got it through to put Montserrado in the lead for the first time in the match in the second half, and Montserrado now is separated from Nimba with that brilliant one goal. It was a very good play. The entire defense of Nimba County was a little floppy in that defensive attack, and the goalkeeper wasn't anticipating that Alok Brown, who have just come from in between, to get it. But it's a brilliant finish, and it's a wonderful lead for Montserrado County.
Obviously, a brilliant finish. He was left all alone, and I just like the way that he takes his own time in controlling the ball, brought it down perfectly, and eventually sent it at the root of the net, giving the goalkeeper no chance at all. Alok Brown registering his 4th goal in the tournament, the highest goal scorer so far, and he could walk away with the golden boots if he continues to score, or if no one comes closer to him. Alok Brown showing that level of experience. He has one of those first division players playing for Montserrado County. And Jimmy Creighton was also instrumental in that after receiving the ball from Musa Jabate. Now Musa Jabate again. Jabate on the edge of the half of Nimba County. This long ball from Joseph Cody. And that's a fight. Montserrado. Alok Brown has resurfaced since he scored a brace in the opening match and was rocked by some level of criticism relative to his nationality after Maryland County filing a protest. After Maryland County filing a protest, Maryland County filing a protest against his nationality. But the protest and disciplinary committee of the National County Sports Meet ruled in favor of Montserrado County, so Alok Brown has all to enjoy the moment. And he has put Montserrado County ahead once again, similar to what we saw in the opening match. So it's now Montserrado County 2, Nimba 1. Ball goes out for a throw. The far right of Montserrado County attacking half. Musa Jabate in possession of Montserrado County. Can he get across? Finds his teammate as a mark. A pull cross there from Mark. Nimba County in possession. Long ball there, intended for Randy Dupley. Dupley still in possession. Josiah C. Now John Colley, but they didn't control that.
goes to 1. And Albert Brown with his second brace of the tournament. He scored 2 goals against Maryland County in the opening day of the National County Sports Meet back on the 9th of January at the ATS. And then back under Ezekiel Tamba. This could be a chance to bring it back at level. Ezekiel Tamba takes a shot. Could not go through. Stay there, Tamba. Over the crossbar goes. A bit of frustration for Ezekiel Tamba. Wanted to make himself a hero of Nimba County to make it level again. But that chance was not a time. Over the crossbar, and a piece of frustration for Ezekiel Tamba. Very crucial indeed, Ellis. And that player of Montserrado County is on the floor. The medical team are making sure that he can just get back up. That's Joseph Colley. Goal kick here for Montserrado County. Right on the halfway line. It's been pushed back by Natu Soin. Still in the half of Nimba County. Pascal Harry comes to the header. Could not find his teammate. Mohamed Jabate has it for Montserrado. Outline now with a cross. And Alok Bryant's onside again. But this time the goalkeeper Junior was a little smart. So he just came up quickly to steal off the head of Alok Brown, the man who have proven himself as an exceptional figure in the smash so far in the second period. A very friendly atmosphere here at the SKD, but Nimba County still behind. Montserrado trailing with a 1 goal. That is 2-1 the score. Not to Swain for Nimba County. Could be trouble. Pascal Harris back to Swain. Takes a long way in the midfield area. Could not go through. Good work from Jimmy Carter. Here is the Ezekiel Tamba. Foul. Tamba wins it. Romeo Jackson. It was a little rough tackle against Tamba. A free kick. A long ball in there. It was too hard for Wiggy to have gotten on it. We'll level the last half hour in this match. That is 30 minutes still here to play. But Montserrado still lead 2 goals to 1. It's now in the territory of Nimba County, been taken away by Natu Soin. Here is Jimmy Carter. He posts Mohamed Jabate into it. And Jabate face to face with Pascal Harris. Jabate's ball down. It's a free kick. Yes, he wins it. Just on a dreadful attack. And that is a kind of little frustrating for Jabate, but for Pascal Harris, a wonderful one for him, because Jabate is that kind of corny winger, especially coming from the left flank. He's always terrible. And here is substitution here for Nimba County. Lawrence Yancey comes on for John Colley. Lawrence Yancey, he came off the bench against Bummy County in Greenville during the preliminary rounds in a match that Nimba County won 1-0.
and he's coming from the bench today in Nimba County behind 2-1. Poor play from Pascal Harris. Devantier onto Christopher Sebe. Try to get it through to René Duclé, but it was being captured there by a collie. Now outlined. Montserrado on an attack. Out of play it goes. Throw in for Montserrado. Taking a fragile lead in the match so far, because I don't think one goal is actually sufficient. After Nimba County with a hair, and then it was being pulled back with an equalizer for Ala Brown. A very brilliant finish in the 26th minute after Josiah C opening up in the 15th minute, and then coming back to double it and make it a lead for Montserrado County. Nearly 7 minutes into second half. There's a cross from outline. It's been headed back. Pascal Harris. Devantier tried to get it to Duclé, but just been blocked by Collie. Two substitutions for Nimba County so far, and Montserrado yet to have an introduction. Ezekiel Tamba. He's being sandwiched between Jabate and Collie. Tamba makes a way through. Here is now Josiah C. is dispossessed. Good work from that defender Montserrado. And just try to get a long bowling there. Jimmy Carton. Carton is on the floor. Montserrado leaves, but there still remain a little silence in the SKD. It's a little bit surprising because the lead is not yet comfortable. As a matter of fact, a kind of tough match, you always have to get a comfortable lead. Then you give your spectators a better chance to keep having some movement or excitement. Free kick for Montserrado. Yanti pushes it for Ayite Yabi. Here is a long bowling. And let's see. Snowigi comes there. He gets it to Lawrence Yancy. Yancy, a wrong connection, poor pass from him. Christopher Segba now for Nimba County. Open save for Swain, was a little over Swain's head. "25 minutes left to play, and Montserrado still at the better side. Now to Swain. Jabate with it now. This is outline being won back by Swain for Nimba County. He takes it. René Duclé. Duclé gets it to Josiah C. But Mohamed Bar sounds a whistle to give a free kick to Randy Duclé, and a yellow card there onto Ayite Yangbi, Montserrado County. So far, this is the first yellow in the match. This is the second yellow. Ala Brown not too happy with that, but here comes a substitution for Montserrado County. Coming off, James Outland is the man coming off, and that man wearing the number 2 shirt comes on. Segwe. Devantier takes a shot. That was just a little easy one for the goalkeeper, Yanti. Just have to delay it a little bit. Looking for that counter attack. Alabran has it. It's been pushed back by Sibo. Segbe. Tia. Challenged by Jimmy Carton. Tia still with the possession. He's making away. Tia still there. And the clearance comes there from Joseph Colley. But it will be a corner kick for Nimba County. Ezekiel Tamba goes there. Devantier to Ezekiel Tamba. This could be a brilliant pass. Ezekiel Tamba is there. He try to get it through for Rennie Ducle. Still there, Nimba County. Now not to swing. Try to get a crossing. But being intercepted. Montserrado now on an attack. Here is the man. The talisman, Alo Brown. Joseph Colley. He lost his possession. Nimba County now with it. Here is Devantier. He has Tamba ahead of him. Tier. He posted there. Here is Laurent Yancy. Yancy face to face with Ayite Yangbi. Yancy gets across. Ezekiel Tamba. And now Rennie Ducle. Brilliant defending there. Still there. Tamba. Face to face with Carton. He gets across, but it's a little poor one. And Montserrado now takes possession of his team in their half. But there will be no trouble there. On to Yanti. Anthony just saw that little piece of chance coming in for Nimba County. They had an opportunity to bring this match back at level, but missed up on the chance.
I mean, I was kicking myself up here when I saw them missing on that great opportunity. I mean, that was a great chance to level things up here to get the equalizer and put the game back to the pace, the place that Nimbaans want to see at the moment. But I mean, they misused the opportunity. That was a very clear-cut chance after that striker received the ball. Ezekiel Tamba received it and then try to. I mean, you are right at the edge of the 6-yard box where you are just few yards away from the goalkeeper. What else are you waiting for the shoot on goal instead of looking for someone else? I mean, that's something that not just this game, but Liberian players as a whole need to improve on when it comes to shooting on goal. We always look for teammates to pass whenever we reach into the 18-yard box instead of kicking. We found, I mean, on the international scene, perhaps we found other players shooting from outside the 18 with very powerful strikes that end up at the back of the net. So why is it that you have an opportunity within the 6-yard box and then still looking for someone to pass? I mean, that was a very clear-cut chance for them to level things up, but they misused that opportunity, and time is gradually running up against them.
The second substitution here for Montserrado County, and the man with the number 7 shine came off, Leo Wallo, to be replaced by his teammate. Montserrado refueling, making sure that they can hang on to this fragile lead at the moment. And here is a long ball coming. Yene position on control. Harris. Carton for Montserrado. Emmanuel Weah. Here is Joseph Colley. He lost his hit. Not to swing now for Nimba County. Try to get a counter connection, but Lawrence Jansen was nowhere near. Devantier with a shot here. That was a brilliant shot from the leg of Devantier, and it was also a remarkable save from the goalkeeper, Andrew Yanti. Snowigi stands in the way and wins a throw in for Nimba County. A long throw taken by Snowigi. Devante was hanged on, but Mohamed Ba chooses to close his eyes on that. And the ball just easily rolled down to the Montserrado County shortstopper, Andrew Yenti. Yenti has it. Joseph Collier calling for it. But he chooses to send it to Musa Jabate's way. Jimmy Carton for Montserrado is now on to Romeo Jackson. Elijah Sibo now for Nimba County here in the defense. Wrong connection. Jimmy Carton comes there. This could be another trouble for Nimba County. Musa Jabate. Jabate lives here. He has his teammate there in the space, and Jimmy Carton being available for it. Anthony, I think that was a kind of poor bowling from Musa Jabate.
Yeah, very poor and selfish. I mean, you had the opportunity to give your teammates the true ball after everyone were anticipating the ball, but you kept dribbling. I mean, at the end of the day, it didn't result into anything. So out of dribblings were all useless because your teammates were waiting, making their way to send the true ball so you can get another goal. But I mean, that was another opportunity missed by Montserrado County.
Montserrado still lead 2-1 and still waiting for the response from Nimba County, struggling to put it back at level. But Montserrado now willing to succumb to that. Here is another attack from Montserrado. Josiah C with it now. He's brought down by Isaac Mack. Lofa County coming off the locker room, warming up. That's going to be the next match, Lofa against Sino, later on this evening. Still here at the SKD. Here the match to Nimba County, Montserrado. Pascal Harris. Head away come. Here is Musa Jabate again. Face to face with Pascal Harris. Jabate, lovely play for him, but the ball go over the touchline and it will be thrown in for Nimba County. And Jabate a little frustrated about that. He was with Nimba County back in 2016 when they played against Montserrado in Sanicoli in a match that ended goalless. That's at a 1-1 draw. And today he's here for Montserrado against Nimba County, and his side is in front already, almost close to the semi-final. And the runners-up of the National County Sports Meet are nearing the point of exiting. So the fans are also chanting. I think you can get a reaction there. As the boys on Sino comes out to also warm up ahead of their own crucial fight coming up. Lawrence Yancey, Josiah C, he's driving in there. C still making his way. He needs an assistant, looking for support, but there was no one there. So just easily won. Devante. Sluggish play from Tia, but here is Jabate face to face with Harris. Jabate has another unlucky play from Musa Jabate. Devante, lovely play. Tia, he lays it here. Ezekiel Tamba is there, been stopped by Emmanuel Riyad. Still Devante once again. He gets it through. Lawrence Yancey with another chance for Nimba County. You saw that chance, Anthony, and there's a kind of a little feeble touch from Lawrence Yancey.
I mean, Nimba have to keep it up. Gradually, they are taking control of the second half, coming close to getting the equalizer after going down. I mean, they just have to keep it up because they are creating chances as compared to the closing minutes of the first half where Montserrado County was dominating. So now that you find them creating more chances, coming close, Montserrado County will now have to be careful or else we're going to see this game enter into a 2-2, and then later on we start to see perhaps Montserrado taking the lead again, or Nimba County taking the lead for the second time. I mean, they just have to keep up and make sure that they direct their shots with more powers and energy whenever they are shooting on goal, just to get the result that they want. Because if you cannot get those chances and not making good efforts, not directing your shot, or not putting enough power behind it, I mean, all of those balls are just going to easily land the goalkeeper hands, and then at the end of the day, you're going to remain on this 2-1.
Too many chances for Nimba County in the second period, but not really making use of it. 30 minutes left on the official 90, and it's almost slipping off the hand of Nimba County. And a wonderful play from Montserrado at the moment. Alan Brown will be the hero for Montserrado County after he scored that brace coming from behind Nimba County to put Montserrado back in front. Alan Brown was once again offside. Pascal Harris. Nato Swain. Devantier. Here is Sebe for Nimba County. Lise for Yancy. Yancy puts on control face to face. He goes there with Jackson. And a lovely play from Romeo Jackson. But a throw in for Nimba County. Wiggy goes to take that one. It takes a long one. Good. Montserrado with the attack now. Still MacArthur sends it to Jabate. Jabate has Swain to contend with. Jabate is through, and then it's Jabate, and it's through. Jabate have made a 3-1 for Montserrado, and it's a brilliant finish. Good play from Musa Jabate, and has made a 3-1 lead for Montserrado at the moment, and Montserrado have a comfortable lead of this match, moving towards the final minutes. You saw that finish from Musa Jabate.
I mean, Jabate has finally gotten what he's been yearning for throughout. I mean, talking about all of the games he has played, also this game that he has been playing today. Every time he gets the ball, he wants to beat his defenders, opponents, and move on to the half, either creating chances or perhaps scoring. And finally, he has gotten that goal. I mean, that was a very brilliant goal there. He's carefully beating those defenders and eventually sending the ball easily at the back of the net. Nimba defense went asleep. Musa Jabate is someone that you have to keep an eye on throughout, because he's one of those key players in Montserrado County squad that continue to take the ball to your half. So if you want to maintain Montserrado County, you have to keep an eye on Musa Jabate to prevent him from entering your half. And Nimba didn't just strategize perfectly against Musa Jabate, and he has gotten the goal that could perhaps give Montserrado County all 3 points to secure their spot in the semi-final of this competition.
Musa Jabate finally put his name on the score sheet here and made it 3-1 for Montserrado against Nimba County. Of little serious frustrating moment. This is going to be the worst finish ever for Nimba County in the National County Sports Meet. 3-1. Lauren Yancey is brought down, wins a free kick. 10 minutes left to play, and Nimba County down to 0. That is 3-1 on the score. That was an absolutely astounding finish from Musa Jabate, making it a comfortable 3-1 lead for Montserrado. But still waiting for the response from Nimba County. Can they still put it back? Waiting to see that rituals. But here is a free kick for Nimba County. Wiggy takes it. Loriance could not reach him. Still here. Pascal Harris now face to face with Jimmy Carter. Pascal Harris, the flag is up. It was a foul, and Harris not really happy with that. And he will be booked. Yes, Pascal Harris is being shown a yellow card by the referee, Mohamed Ba. The last time Mohamed Ba handled a match against Nimba Kante was back in January 2020 in Vonjama. In a match which Nimba Kante won 1-0 against Bon County. Montserrado stayed there with the attack. Ezekiel Sibo pushes it back to the goalkeeper Junior Yene. And Yene could not find any of his teammates. He pushes to safety. A very sad moment. And Nimba County to make another substitution. Pascal Harris, who was just given a yellow card, is coming off. Ending the County May 2021 at a frustrating moment for Pascal Harris, getting a yellow and also being brought down. Nimba Kante actually lost the hold of it completely. Here is another chance here, and Ezekiel Tamba face to face with Andrew Yanti. A good play from the goalkeeper. Good piece of goalkeeping. Tier. Foul. The Josiah Tier is down. That's Devon Tier. And they also have that player from Montserrado County, Jimmy Carter, also on the floor. And the medics rushing down the pitch. I tell you, the Nimba Kwado coach, Colin Covey, going to be absolutely excited about this finish. Giving Nimba County a humiliating defeat. This is indeed more than just humiliation. It is something else. And Nimba County cannot just believe it. Carton still on the floor. He's going to come up in the stretcher. I think he has a serious problem there. Carton, the Nimba Kwado midfielder, he scored on the opening day of the county meet at the ATS against Montserrado. That's Maryland County. The match still halted as the medical team fighting to Ala Brown again, another hero for Montserrado County here at the SKD this evening, getting two. Carter. Here is another substitution for Nimba County. Moving toward the last minute, just 5 minutes plus at a time. And Emmanuel Roy comes on for Snow Wiggy. A yellow card here for Jimmy Carter, Mohamed Ba. You saw Mohamed Ba showing a yellow card, despite Carter being taken out of the pitch in a stretcher.
Yep, I mean, he committed a foul before being injured in the process. And I mean, that's the root of football, regardless of how severe the injury is. But the fact that you were the one who played the foul, obviously you will be awarded. And I must admit, referee Mohamed Ba, one of those young referees being trained by the Liberia Football Referee Association, handling such a game between Nimba and Montserrado County in the quarterfinal. I mean, I'm very much proud of his performance here today so far.
Nimba County is still looking for it. Mohamed Jabater again. This could be another troublesome moment for Nimba County. Jabater. He goes face to face with Nato Soin. Jabater. Shall show some skill on it. Jabater still trying to beat Soin down. Jabater gets across right on the head of Josiah C. And here is now a shot coming in there. Emmanuel Way gets his second touch since he's been introduced. Way makes a way there. He's brought down. He wins a free kick. Yes, right over the arc. And a yellow card is being shown there to Yangbi, Ayite Yangbi. And that is a red. Yes, it is a second yellow for Ayite Yangbi. And he's get a red card. He's going to go off. You saw that tackle from Ayite that saw him getting a second yellow, resulting to a red card.
Yeah, that was the second yellow, a poor tackle there. So obviously he's been booked for that. So he will be leaving the pitch. And he also got injured in the process, so perhaps he will be scratched out and not returning to the field. And if his team progresses to the semi-final, he's going to miss out on the semi-final for receiving a second yellow for a second bookable offense. So, I mean, it's game over for him until maybe they can progress to the final where he will have an opportunity to play.
Absolutely, Nimbayans have lost their hope because just few minutes left to go. I'm still hoping that there can be some magical moment. Ayite Yangbi is up, though he's injured, but he's been shown his second yellow, a red. And here is another substitution for Nimba County. Randy Dukley comes off for Rufus Crusoe. Coach Keke trying to have some fresh legs to have a turnaround, but I don't think it's actually going to be successful here. There is another free kick for Nimba County. Montserrado with a substitution here. And Jimmy Carton comes off. The Nimba Ecuador midfielder comes off after showing too much in this match. He's coming off. Jimmy Carton, he scored against Maryland County on the opening day of the 2021 National County Sports Meet. He's coming off today in this match. Here is the free kick, and Nimba County again missing a chance. Montserrado, Ala Brown. This could be trouble for Nimba County again. Brown, and he's still making a way. Brown still there with it. He's into it, and Brown, he gets across, and there's goal. Makato. That was a lovely save from the goalkeeper, Junior Unit. Josiah C. Now to Emmanuel Way. Here is a Nimba County attack. Emmanuel Way still trying to survive there. Into the other time. Montserrado is still not relenting. Ala Brown. Elijah Sibo pushes it to Junior Unit. Unit takes a long one from there. Rufus Crusoe gets the first touch on it. Crusoe. Ezekiel Tamba could not get it. Josiah C. Just go on the right post. Wonderful play from Montserrado. They've won the trophy 2 times in 4 years since 2016. Yancey across there. Lawrence Crusoe. Could be a chance here. Be a chance here. Nimba Kante. That is it. Ezekiel Tama posted there. Nimba Kante against Montserrado, but Nimba still behind. He cannot just spare them the chance to have an equalizer. So it's going to be a serious frustrating moment here. And that was a brilliant goal from Ezekiel Tama. Yancy. Sibo.